There are many reasons why you should vote no on Amendment C in the upcoming primary election. Amendment C would require a 60% yes vote in order to pass nearly all ballot measures. Here are just 7 of those many reasons to vote no. Out-of-state money from radicals is funding Amendment C's attack on majority rule and South Dakota's future well-being. Amendment C will strangle efforts to improve our economy by making it virtually impossible to provide funds for growth. Proponents are telling you that it will only impact very large projects, but this unfortunately is a lie. Any project affecting taxes or fees will need a 60% vote to pass. Even if a majority of voters do vote for one of these measures, it likely will not pass. A 60% threshold will make it virtually impossible, and here's why. Most amendments already fail. In our entire history, less than half have passed at 50%. Including those put on the ballot by the legislature for housekeeping. At 60%, less than 1 in 4 would have passed. It should be challenging to pass a constitutional amendment, but we don't need to make it any harder. And we certainly don't need to make it nearly impossible. In 2018, we already overwhelmingly voted against raising it to 55%. So why do proponents think we'll pass a bigger increase to 60%? Because this time they put it on the primary ballot in a non-presidential year, when we're lucky to have even 20% of voters even show up to vote. That means as little as 12% of registered voters, a tiny minority, could end up passing this terrible constitutional amendment. And because only one party has many primary races, the turnout won't be representative by nearly 3 to 1. 73% of voters in the past 2 non-presidential primaries were of the same party. Amendment C was forced into the primary election by a powerful few who knew that it would fail again in a general election, just like it did in 2018. Amendment C is just another continuing attempt to kill initiated measures in South Dakota. Legislators don't like that power given to South Dakota citizens by our Constitution. Amendment C is devised to leave the power to effect taxes and fees to legislators only, exclusively. If Amendment C passes, say goodbye to majority rule. Amendment C gives minorities permanent veto power over the will of the majority. If 59.9% of South Dakotans vote for a measure, and 40.1% vote against it, the minority wins. Even though a majority support it, the minority rules. This is not democratic. This is not democracy in action. So there are 7 reasons to vote no against Amendment C. Its underhandedness is a betrayal of trust in the people and our Constitution. Vote no on Amendment C. Most importantly, be sure you vote in the upcoming primary election, whether your party has primary candidates or not. Remember, it's the people who rule in South Dakota. The growth and economic health of our state depends on you. So vote no on Amendment C.